Hi, this is Jeff from Airstream Nerds, and what I have here is the Oak and Iron Portable Electric Tire Inflator 1. I've never seen a battery-powered inflator like this, so I'm kind of excited to see if it actually lives up to all of its specs. When I get back, we're going to open up the box, see what's inside, and then we're going to put it to the test.
Airstream song, cruising to the campsite singing our song. Airstream song, we are the Airstream Nerds. Yeah!
Okay, so let's see what comes inside. Oops. That from this side. Okay, we have some documentation here. Okay, we got a nice user manual. We'll look at that in a bit. We have the registration card, quick how to use. We'll set that to the side. This is the unit itself. Let me get the plastic off of it. Okay, here is the, I was wondering what that was. That is a protective plastic that goes over the screen. Let's see what's in this box real quick, and then we'll run through what I know. Okay, we've got two different hoses. We've got some nozzles and a charging cable. Let's open this up and see what we got here. So we have a nozzle for like a raft. This little adapter is a Presta adapter. I do not have anything that uses this type of adapter, but if you do, it will just screw on to this or clamp into this. So again, Presta adapter. This is just a protective rubber pad for it, and this is for pumping up balls. And this is a nice little, this actually is a pretty nice little drawstring bag for it. It says Oak and Iron down here with a little pocket on the inside for the smaller items. It's pretty nice. Okay, so let's look at the main unit here. First, let's see if this thing has got any juice in it. Oh, it is powered up. So, the cool thing about this, as you can see, the form factor is pretty nice. This thing is really nice. It feels solid in your hand. I mean, it's good. It's got the extra directions back here. The specs, it goes from 3 to 150 PSI. If you're doing bar, it's 0.2 to 10.3. Battery capacity is 28.86 watt hours. It tells you the operating temperature and the discharging and troubleshooting codes. The input for charging is a 5 volt 3 amp USB type C. So we have a C, so I can charge it right here. I have a couple of USB-A plugs right here on my workbench. So you can see it's not a complete full charge, but I am going to charge it before we run it through its paces. It claims it can charge your tire full inflation in 3 minutes. So it's saying 0 PSI to 35 PSI, but I'm not going to run it down that low. I'm not going to run one of my tires down that low, but I am going to test that they say this is a 3.2 inch screen, pretty nice digital screen. The battery says 400 days of standby power. So once this thing is charged up and you got it turned off, you can store this for up to 400 days and the battery will still be good to go. There's this area down here that originally I thought might be like a handle or some sort of deal is actually the vent space. So if you look inside of there, you can see the ventilation. That is nice, so when you set it down, you are not blocking the vents on the bottom. I like that. It's cordless, of course. It's battery operated. There's the big oak and iron on the side. They have two different extra long, these are 14-inch hoses. You have the clamp-on kind, which you put your Schrader valve in there and push that down, which everybody's seen. And also we have the thread on, which I personally like to thread it on my car and let it charge up and then thread it off. Not sure why I like this one better. It just seems like, not this particular one, but it seems like every time I use these kind that it's hard to get it on, it's hard to keep it locked. This might change my mind. Well, they claim that it's in real time. So as you're using it, this pressure is correct. I like that. And there is also a light on here. You can see the buttons for plus and minus. You have the settings. So you have a car set, a bike set, I guess it's a motorcycle, and a bike, and a universal. We'll have to look up, and then a fourth one that you can set whatever you want. So they've got presets in there which are pretty nice. At least if you start at the preset, you can still go up. So it's a nice way to get close if you're not sure. I know, like in my, my cars could be 35 or 36, but my truck is 42. So it allows me to get closer and then just drop it down a couple more to get to 42. So that's pretty cool. And 100 lumen light, pretty bright. That's just an advantage. No reason not to put something like that in the system, just so you can see what's going on. Oh, I did not realize the light blinked, and rapid blinking, and then off. But we'll go over each of the features in more detail. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this onto the charger so I can get a full charge, so I can give this a fair test. While the inflator is charging, I like that the icon shows up on the display to show you that it's charging. I need to charge this up to 35, which is what you check your pressures on your door sill there. So that's not a lot, but this is generally what I'm going to be looking at. I'm not going to use this type of device to fill a tire from zero. I'm just not going to do it. But, say I get a nail in a tire, I take the tire off. By the time I patch the tire myself, I could lose, that much air. It could be lower. We'll see this, and if this isn't that impressive, I'll try a one a lot lower. So I've got a stopwatch here on my phone. I'm going to hit start. Oh, that does hit start. Back to 35. I'm going to hit pump and start at the same time and let this thing run. See how it does. And you can see that's real time. All right, so that was 2 minutes and 33 seconds, according to my stopwatch here, that I started a couple of seconds, or a second or so after I actually hit pump. We're looking at 35 on here. So it is accurate. It pumped it pretty fast as far as I'm concerned, going from a semi-flat condition to a full ready to roll tire is what I'm looking at, is what I'm looking for. I like the nice large 3.2 inch screen, and the fact that the PSI is real time, that it increments as it's filling up, so you can see just where your status is. I've only had this for a couple of days now, but I can't tell you whether 400 days is how long it is for standby power, but it is a lithium battery inside, and they do have a nice storage capacity as far as time and everything, as long as it's stored properly. To keep the thing running, there is ventilation all over this thing. It does run at 80 dB, but it is noted in their documentation that it is 80 dB, so it's not like a secret that they're trying to hide. It is a little bit loud, but all pumps, I mean, my Milwaukee pump is loud as well. So again, not too concerned about that. I'm using it in an outdoor environment 90% of the time, so I'm not that concerned. I like that it's cordless. No more running around trying to find where I'm going to plug it in or what I'm going to use as a power source to run my pump. I mean, I have a Vi-Air. You know, the Milwaukee has a plug-in battery. I like that. The accuracy, it says 99.9. Let me turn this back on. By the way, 3 minutes, and this thing cuts itself off if it's not being used. It's 99.9% accuracy. I pumped it up. I checked it with a known good thing, a good gauge, and it was the same. So I doubt that that's a problem. And the nice light on the top is a bonus. All in all, again, this is a great little pump, and I give it 2 thumbs up. All right, guys, I'm going to put the link for this down below. You can get this on Amazon. This started off as a Kickstarter type product. The company reached out to me, asked if I'd be interested. I think it was back in June or July, and then they had to do some revisions, and now they're getting it out to me. I believe they're reasonably priced, and if you're looking for something like this, this is a decent one to get. Thanks for watching. Once again, this is Jeff.
And Jenny.
And we're the Airstream Nerds. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, put any comments below, and we'll see you on the next trip.